Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is December 14th, and this is your aftermarket update. So we had a very nice day here at the Oil Trading Group. Our patience paid off. We were very patient. I'll show you why we were patient here in just a few minutes. But our patience paid off for one really nice trade here on the CL today. We had a 12-tick stop and a 42-tick target. That's a little better than a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We spent a lot of time in here talking about making sure that you are cutting those losers short and letting those winners run. We're going to talk a little bit more about that particular concept here in just a few minutes. We've got a live training event on December 21st that is going to go into great detail on how to do that. We're going to talk about the concepts of that live training event in here today and some of the ways that we use those concepts to get into our really nice trade. Let's start here by looking at this daily chart. We had basically what you're looking at here is a daily chart going back into, well, this goes a long way back, but really I want to focus on this area here where we started this green box. You had this rally back into May of 2015 where you climaxed down to the low, and then just here on Saturday, after the Saturday OPEC meeting, you could see that we came right back. Price actually came right back into this area where you had a quad top 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the market has subsequently pushed back down. One of the areas that we look at, and one of the things that we're talking about in this training session, is looking for price action indicators that you may be in process of getting a move started. So if you draw this major swing high down to this swing low, the top of that box where you had this area before is the 78.6 retracement of this swing from May to February of 2015 to February of 2016. And again, you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes into it. We did get that energetic push up into that 78.6 and have subsequently fallen off here. So that is an interesting formation. Another thing that I want to show you here, one of the ideas that we've been tracking for quite some time in here was this bearish rising wedge. And so that is the top of the rising wedge. You need at least 2 points, with the second point being higher than the first point. There it is. And then you need at least 2 rising points at the bottom. Whoops. Let's see here. This goes back a little bit further. You go back here, then you come into this area here, right? And so you've got that rising wedge formation right there. So that's a rising wedge, 1, 2, 3 points with a 2-top high. That's a rising wedge formation. That is a bearish. Formation. We've spent a lot of time talking about that in our weekly analysis on the website. If you extend this out here, you could see that the market rallied to the top right at that 78.6 and then came back down into it here. So that 78.6 was a price action idea that gave you information that you could be coming down and dropping through, and now that you've dropped back into this zone. Now, this is, again, rising wedges are bearish formations. We had a rising wedge. Let's come back here. We had a rising wedge back before we had that big move to the downside. You had these points here. I don't want to do that. Let's come back here and let's turn off the extension here for just a second because it's causing this one the problem. So we'll come back here. You had this rising wedge here. If you just kind of connect this here, okay? That is the first part of the rising wedge, and then you had a break, and then you had this second part of the rising wedge here. 1, 2 tops, right, with a higher top, and 3 bottoms. 1, 2, 3. Higher top and a breakdown through. That was a rising wedge there. So you could clearly see that we had this plateau here and we had this sell-off. And again, just a nice fib retracement back to the 78.6, putting you back inside of this rising wedge, which could give you some indication that you may get a bear resumption here. One other idea that we've talked a lot about this week is that the highs and lows for a week get made on a Monday and Tuesday. That's not just this week. That's just about every week on the CL. Your highs and lows for the week get made on a Monday or Tuesday. And we had a very nice double top high here on Monday, Tuesday, and this is Wednesday, right? So one of the things that we talked about in here today is the possibility that this market was going to continue to fall apart here as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, it was crude oil inventory report day, and even though you had a bullish number, you had a bigger drawdown than what was expected. The market quickly sold off here, and I'm going to show you how you could have picked that up inside of your volume information. Also, if you grab this recent, from here, this was the recent swing high, and if you measure it down to the low right before the number, you got right up in between the 61.8 and the 70.5, and that is right up here at this 76 to 78. 83 was your 70.5, so that is right inside of what we consider to be the sweet spot of your Fib retracement area. So just a very nice price pattern. So you had a bigger picture price pattern, you had a 15-minute chart price pattern telling you that this was an opportunity to potentially get short, and then the market, of course, sold off today. So let's talk about what happened, why we waited for some time to get into a trade. This is, we got together here, really we're back, well, you can see right around, so this is around 8, this is, let's see, what time is this? This is 8:45-ish, 8:42. You had this move up to 25. You did have a little bit of a sell-off down here to 83. And we were trying to get in short at the 03 level. In fact, 03, which is where our daily structure signal was, we talked about the fact that you had some volume stacking up in this area, and we were trying very hard to get short around 03, which is right here. So you could see all the volume that was clustering around here. We had our entry in at 03. It came down. We came back up to 02, tapped it. We put our entry down to 02, and never really gave us that opportunity. So we tried to get into one trade that would have worked out, but obviously we did not actually get filled on that trade, but that was a nice 20-tick move. So as you move down through it here a little bit, you could see just the volume that was stacked up again at this 3, 4, 5 up to around 7. So between 7 and 03, all of this right here represents limit order short on the book, all this liquidity here, all this paper, trying to keep the lid on it at this zone. That's going to be an important, I'm pointing out this level here to you because it's important for later in the trading session as we get through. This is going to become a targeting area for us later in the session. So the market just rotates around. We tried to get in one time back here. The market sells off, didn't fill us, comes back up, and then rotates. And then, of course, we get this big spike right here at the inventory number. So it was a bullish number here today. The market climbs from 97 up to, eventually it gets to like 78. So it's about a 90-tick move up on that move today. And so again, you can see here, and let me spread this out here just a little bit. Okay, so 75, 76, you can see all of this liquidity that's packed into these areas here, and we were watching this very closely. So one of the things that we talked about is we had a price level at 46 today, a daily structure mid. We talked about the fact that if the market rallies up through it and gets up into this area here, we were still going to be looking for a short down around 46. Now, we also talked about somewhere around 53 in the 53.20s as a possible area to look for a potential short if the market rallied up there, but there was nothing in here. We patiently waited for the market to come back down into our 46. Now, what started happening, and the reason that we end up getting in at 49.50 is you start to see this liquidity stack up around this 49.50 area. It comes back, pulls up into this zone, and then eventually begins that process of coming down. In fact, you can see you ran into a bunch of liquidity here, and this is the trade of the day video is this trade here showing us get in at 49, and it's about a 30-minute trade. So you can see that there was a lot of bouncing around in between here. It's not until you clear out through all of this liquidity that was at 30, 25, 20 that you really began to get this move down, right? So you ran into this pocket of liquidity at 10, and this is right towards the end of our trade. You started running in. We got down to 13 as the low. You rallied back up to 28. We had our trail stop at 32, 31 or 32, right? But as the market comes back in, rotates around, and then eventually comes all the way down to that same pocket of liquidity that we talked about earlier. Remember earlier in the session, we were talking about trying to get short here, and then this same area kept the lid on it. That's right around 543, and then this was our targeting area. And here it is again, all of this liquidity stacked up around 3.2. In fact, it came down to 0.2 and then bounced back up and that process there. So again, what you had here, and let's talk about this, are your market maker levels, okay? So this is the area where we tried to get short earlier in the morning. We tried to get short right here at 03. It comes back up. We tried to get in short at 03. It went to 02, came back down. This is a 3-minute chart. You'll probably be able to see this easier if we put it on a 1 minute. So let's bring this back here. Okay, so right here is 01. So you can see the market comes down, comes back up to 03, bails back out. We try to bring it back in here at 02. The market comes to 01, and it was right in this area where we tried to get short, and then it comes all the way down to a triple bottom down here at 84, and we missed this opportunity. All right, so the market lifts off after, this is the inventory report number. The market lifts off after that number, right off your daily structure signal. So what you're looking for here, again, these are decision points, and we're going to teach you this in the training program, the live training event. You're looking for it to come up through the mid to the structure signal and ultimately up here into the 30s to your daily structure target. That's what you're looking for this thing to do. Once it gets here and can't quite get to the daily structure signal, it pulls back, then comes back up and tries to get through it again. It was at that point that we began to watch the volume begin to stack up around that 50-46 area. That's right in here, right? So it's a little bit hard to see, but you can see the pockets of liquidity that are right here around 50. Lots of volume back and forth. We kind of tried to come up through it again. That volume, that liquidity held. You ran into a pocket of liquidity down here, and then again the seller stepped right back up again, right here at this 48 level, and we never really could get back through it. And then of course we come all the way back to the downside. So again, that was right in this area here. We saw that level spike up around 50. We got in short at 49.50. And then, of course, that was right at the daily structure mid. And we were looking to come down to 52.03, which is your daily structure target. And ultimately, it does. Now, I'm going to get out of this trade right around 6, 7, 8 on the pullback because it comes down here. It comes down originally to 04, which is right here, and then rallies back up to 17. I really didn't want to give too much back when it came back down here, popped up again, and then eventually comes down and takes out the target. So I get out rather, 3 or 4 ticks off of my target. But that is the way that that is how the market played out today. We were very patient. We watched our volume. We watched our decision points. We saw the price action going through it, and we made our decision. So I'm going to talk to you again. We're going to put this in the email here for you as well. But this is the training that we're doing. Price action, volume, order flow, support, resistance, okay? And so, again, we talk about in the price action, you've got the Fibonacci patterns, double tops, double bottoms, et cetera, et cetera. Volume, that's this chart here. Again, that's your volume chart. You also have your volume bars. You have that order flow tool, which I just showed you here. And this is basically the way that we looked at it, right? Pockets of liquidity, high volume, same thing we did. This is the same drill that we used in order to get into our short today. And then, of course, we used our market maker level decision points. Everything that we did today, we will be stepping out and teaching you in this live trading session how to go about finding out how to do these things on your own. So again, today's Trade of the Day video is about 30 minutes long. I encourage you to watch it because you're going to hear me talk about the volume, the liquidity. You're going to see me in real time making the decisions live in the market as they happen as we take an 84 tick OTG trade of the day. So I'm going to stop talking. The video is about 31 minutes long. You can zip to the end so you can see how it ends, how the trade ends, or you can patiently watch through it. And if you do watch through it, you're going to really learn how it is that we manage. One thing I did want to talk to you about, again, before we go too much further, is we talk about hitting targets and understanding how to hit targets, right? And that's exactly what we did today. We understood where the target was. We had a 12-tick stop. You'll see that in the video. We had a 12-tick stop. We had a ends up being a 46-tick target that it hits. And so that's a little bit better than 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio on your target to stops. If you can do that consistently, and that's what we try to do in here is do that consistently, then you are in very good shape for the long term in order to try to become consistent in your trading. So again, without further ado, here is that OTG trade of the day. I am in here at 49, and my stop here is 61. Okay, my stop is 61. I'm looking to target down to that structure signal down there at 03, right? Down to 03 is the target, and maybe down deeper here. So I'm in here short at 49. Okay, there's 45, 44. Let's push through 43, 42. Okay, we need to get through this bottom here that was at 37, 36. Bring this trail stop here. We'll talk about, we'll come back. I'm having to use, I've turned off Ninja, but these were the areas that we showed you earlier on your Ninja Trader. These were your decision points earlier on your Ninja Trader. So we'll see here. I'm still in short here at 49. Stop here is at, still at 61 for now. Targeting down around that 43. Sorry, 03. Targeting down around 03 here for now. Stop is still 61. Got to stay below this 46. Okay, how deep did we get? We pushed down to the double bottom down there at 439. Okay, so as you squeeze this in here, you've got a pool of liquidity down there around 39, 38 that we've got to fight through. And you've got this volume above you here trying to protect. So we came down to 38 and rejected. So 46. This area right here is your center point decision point, right? And we rejected out of that high up there. And now we're looking to target down around 03. Still looking to target down maybe deeper than 03. Maybe a bigger push all the way down into that break point underneath you around that 50, 51, 50 area. That would be 100 ticks. That would be outstanding, right? That would be outstanding. So again, these are all areas that we identified for you on Ninja. I had to shut Ninja down due to the speed of the tape causing me a few issues, which it does occasionally. All right. And so as we look here, you've got liquidity at 42. Really, we've got to get down through that 35. First of all, we got to get through 42 and then down through 35 and 33. Stop is at 61. That's 12 ticks. Your target is at a minimum 46 ticks from here. So that would be almost 4-to-1 risk reward. You've got liquidity at 43 underneath you, 36, 35, etc., etc. So we've got to fight down through these levels here. Top of the hour, we just went through the top of the hour now. And we are starting to kind of rotate back around this center point here. All right, move this to your 1 minute chart. You've got a quad bottom at 38 you got to get through. You got a quad bottom at 38 and then 37, really. So 6 attempts down through 38, 37 here recently that we've got to fight our way through. And if you look here at the volume, you've got volume down there at 34. So you got to fight down through it here. You got to fight down through. You got volume coming back in below you here at 44, 43, 42, 46, and is in that sweet spot of your center point area, your structure mid as well, your daily structure mid as well. Still in that contract roll here. So moves may be less fluid. I don't like that we picked up over 40, over 50 rather. So we need to come back underneath it here. We'll see. So we've got to start by breaking down underneath 38.37. That's where the big chunk of volume has been. All right, 38.37. You're getting an ever narrowing range here also on this 1 minute. I'm sticking in it here. I'm staying in it. I'm staying in it here. If you can break down through 37.38, we'll be in really good shape and be looking deeper here down to that target down there. You've got liquidity at 42 and 40. So there's 43. Break. All right, so the liquidity's moving out of the way at 42. It was there pretty strong at 42, and it's trying to back away here. There's 43. 42. Let's go. Get underneath 42. There's 42, 41. Good. Now get down through that 38.37. Okay, let's bring the stop here. How deep did we hit there? We got down to that 35 where you have liquidity. So bring the trail stop back to break even here for now. There's 36. Get underneath it here. $36, $35. You're looking to target down to that 03 area. Looking to target down to 03. Stop at break even. Okay, you were as deep here as 35. We've got to get down through 35 again. Just push through it here. Don't want to bounce too far back up here. There's 36. You've got volume at 35, 31, and 30 as well. Okay, so still in this. Targeting down to around 03 still below you. Let's see what we've had here from a volume perspective in this zone. Okay, so you've got you got quite a bit of volume down here at 32, 31. You really don't have anything again really that deep until, there's pretty clear down here all the way down through to your target down there. We'll see if you can get through this line of liquidity here from 32 down to 29. If you can get through that line of liquidity, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Big if, though, here. So what was support at 38.37? You want that to become resistance now at 37.38. So you need that area that was holding it up previously to now provide you with resistance on a move back. We've got to get underneath 30 and then really 20. It looks like 25, but we got to start by getting down through 32, 31, and then 30, right? That's the areas to get through here. There's 33, targeting down to at least 03. That's the target, at least 03 on the target underneath you here. And that's where your daily structure signal is again. So you're going from structure mid to structure signal here is what we're trying to get done. Now, you don't see those up here right now, but that's where they were today. That's where they formed up today. We know that because we had them up on the charts earlier. So you've got to get through 32 and 30. So you got to get down through 32 and 30. And 15 minutes, 20 minutes till the bottom of the hour. It may take into the bottom of the hour to finish that move down to it. It may take into the bottom of the hour to finish that move. 142 long at 34. And we hit 33 one time. So now let's see if we can get through that 34 down through 33, 32. So you've got a nice line of liquidity at 34. There's 34. Hit through it. Fill it up. Okay. Still not able to fully get through it here. What you'd like to see is a full retracement of this long bar here. So we've got to start by, there's 33, good. Pop through 33, that's the low. 32, now let's go. There's 33, get through 32. You've got liquidity at 30. So we're trying to fight through it here. We did hit down through that 34, 33. There's 32, now let's go 31. You've got liquidity at 31 and 30. Sellers trying to step up here. Buyers trying to provide support at 31 and then 30. So you've got a little bit. What you'd like to do is see a bar close underneath. You haven't had a bar here close below 35 yet. You have not had a bar close below 35 yet on this push down. That's what you're looking for here, is a bar to close underneath that. 113 short at 39 right now. That's trying to keep the lid in that area where you had some support before. Now you need it to be resistance. This has all of the earmarks of needing to come back and tap me out before it goes. I'm not fooling around with it though. I'm just gonna let it try to. My stop is at break even here. And we need to push underneath 30. If we get that break through 30, we'll move the trail stop down. I'll move the trail stop down. We get that break through 30 here. There's 37. This area has been particularly aggressive in terms of support. So now if you can get a bar here to close 34 or lower, you'll have a nice bearish engulfing bar on the 1 minute at 34 or lower here. Don't know that that's going to happen. You've got 19 minutes till the European session close. 19 minutes till the European session close. 32 and then 30 underneath you. You still have volume. I'd like to get this thing to close as deep as we can, but below 34 would be good. 34 or lower. I'm not looking for a Herculean target here. I'm just looking for the next logical progression. You went up to the structure mid. You double topped that high. We're looking to come back to the structure target, the structure signal down underneath you at 03. That's what you're looking to get done here. Yeah, what you don't want to do is have it come back up and tap you out around that center point area. You do have the liquidity stacking up underneath you right now. So there's your 38. You see how this, if you look back here just a little bit on this chart, that 38 has been fairly significant. Then you have this area here that is support as well. Above you, it kind of lightens. It's pretty light up here. So there we go. Come on, 38, 37. Fight your way underneath 37, 36. There we go. Come on, get through 36, 35. Yeah, you'd like to see this bar close as deep as you can underneath 34 or lower. That's what you'd like to see. So 38, 37 are particularly tough levels here. And we need them to get down through it here. Yeah, kind of rotational in a range. Really need this to get on down through 30 if we can. So if you grab this swing to that swing right there, the 61.8 is 43, the 70.5 retracement is 45. If this is your 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. swing zone high up here at 52.78, then 100 ticks out of that zone is 78 underneath you again. Still not close the bar, 34 or lower here. 15 minutes here. We'll be at that 15-minute mark here coming up shortly. And you'll have the last 15 minutes of the European session here. Come on, hold on to this thing. Keep me in here. Don't take me out. There's 48. You know what? Bring this trail stop. Hang on a second here. Bring it back to, I'm still at 61 on the stop. I'm going to let this thing, I don't want this thing to take me out and then go. 61 right now on the stop. And we'll see. We came up to 48. 61 is the stop. That high right there is 51. We'll see, right? I'm going to hang on to this. This area right here should hold. I'm looking for this area to hold. If we get down to 36, 35 and can't get through it, then I'll go back to break even. But I want us to get down through 37, 38 again. $14, 15 minutes to the bottom of the hour here. And it may take us into the bottom of the hour to get done what we need to get done. We'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. Got liquidity down there at 37, volume up here at 48. Patience here. Patience, patience, patience. Just waiting for it here. Volume down here at 42 and then 37. Volume above you at 44 and 48. 110 short at 48. Let's go. Get through 39, 38 here. Looking for that breakdown through. Looking to target down there at 03. That's where the structure signal is. Targeting down to 03 here. So I'm looking for us to get down to 36, 35 here first. And you've got liquidity at 39, 37, and then 30. 39, 37, and 30. Double bottom here at 40. Get through it. Come on, hit 40, 39. Let's at least get through 40 to 39, 38. There's 40 again. No takers at 39 yet. The volume is there's 38, 37. All right, let's get through 36. There's 35. All right, there's your 35. Trail stop now at break even here. Okay, there we go. 29.28. Get underneath it. There's 30. Targeting 03 underneath you here. Still targeting 03. All right, 35, 34. Stop here. We came down to 28. Stop is at break even. I'm going to ride this thing out here. Okay, I'm going to ride this thing out. Target is 03. Your target underneath you is 03. That's 46 ticks. You have liquidity down here at 30 again. Stacking back up at 30. Come on, 30, 29, there's 28. Get underneath. That low down here is 28 on the previous bar. We double bottom 28. Remember, the highs or lows for the week get made on Mondays and Tuesdays. It's the reason. It's the even though it was a bullish number, we double topped, and the highs and lows for the week get made on Mondays and Tuesdays. And so we're still looking for a bit of a push down. We hit double bottom to 28. You've got 10 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Looking for this thing to take it out into the bottom of the hour. Liquidity, there we go. You've got liquidity at 25. Okay, you can bring this trail stop here to 40. I'm going to bring this trail stop here to 43 at the moment. 43 on the trail stop. Okay, you got to get underneath. You hit 26. You've got that liquidity at 25 and then 20. So we understand the ebbs and flows here. So you know that bouncing down to 26, you know you have liquidity at 25, and that's okay. We just know that that's where it's going to bounce before it tries to re-push up. There's 25 liquidity. Now you got to get underneath 20 down below. All right, so you've got to get underneath. You've got a target down here at 03. You got your target down there at 03. That's where your daily structure signal. That was the decision point where we were talking about getting short from earlier this morning. And then that now becomes, there's 2019. Bring this trail stop here. You can see the target down there at 52.03. There's 18, 17, 16, 15. There's 15. We got to get through 14 here. Bring this trail stop here to 29. Bring the trail stop to 29 here. I'm holding on for that target down there at 03. Get underneath it here. Sorry, trail stop is 29. Trail stop now at 29. And we were as deep here. We hit that liquidity down there at 11. 03 is your target. Come on, finish the move to the target here. You have some volume down to 10. I still think we're going to make it through here. There's 17, 16. Let's go all the way down through. You've got liquidity down here to 10. We've got to fight through 10. The low here on this bar is 13. Let's fight through 13, 12, 11 here. Bring the trail stop here to 20 ticks to leave it at, right now it's at 29. Sorry, it's at 29 on the stop. 29 on the stop. 20 ticks to 29 on the stop. Okay, we got to fight underneath it here. We still got to fight down through here. The high on this swing bar was, that high is 29. All right, we got to get through 13. Let's see if we can do it right here. You've got 7 minutes to the bottom of the hour. You got liquidity back up there at 30. Remember, 30 was where we had all of that support in the form of volume before. So how far back is this going to pull is always the question. You don't want to get hung up, getting shaken out, but you don't want to give too much back either. So my stop right now is at 29, but I may move that back up to 32 here. Yeah, 32 on the stop for now. 32 is the stop. I think we're going to push down into this, into the European session close, right? That's what the thought process is. So again, this is how you hold on for your targets, right? We have an idea. We talked about this early in the session about, getting to a target and holding on for a target. This is how you do it. We know what the target is. We talked about the target being 03 since the very beginning of this trade, right? There's 16.15. Let's get underneath. You've got to get down through 10. You've got liquidity down to 10. So we've previously bottomed out at 13, and we have a bottom here at 15. So we got to get through. We got to start by getting through 15, 14, and then make a new low down to 12, 11, 10. You've got 6 minutes to the bottom of the hour. It may take that rush to the bottom of the hour to get down to that 03 zone. Right? That's where your daily structure signal is. Come on, 19. Let's go 18, 17. Fight your way through 16, 15. You've got volume at 16, protecting that recent swing, most recent swing on your 1 minute at 15. And this swing high here was 23. Yeah, you don't want to break that. 18, 19, let's go. Get underneath it. Stay down below it here. Volume in this area here, stacking in this area for sure. All right, you've got volume stacking in this area. We're holding on, trying to hold on to the bottom of the hour here. And then if we get to the bottom of the hour and it's still kind of lingering here, then we'll look to tighten it up. 5 minutes to the bottom of the hour. Come on, push underneath it. Keep this drive alive here. Keep this drive alive. You've got to push through. You need to make a new low here. You've double bottomed 15. You need to make a new low through 15. Okay, the S1 today is 07, so we got to be mindful of that. S1 is the 07, is your 07 level. Okay, the 78.6 retracement of this move was here at 14. Finding some support there at 14. The low is 13. So that's the 78.6 of this recent swing. Right? And that's, you're getting a bounce. The back to the 50% is 38. That's 28. All right, stop is 32 right now. Stop is at 32. Still looking for this thing to continue that push down. You got to get back underneath 14. You've got 2.5 minutes to the bottom of the hour here. 2.5 minutes to the bottom of the hour. So now we got to fight through 22, 21.20 where you have some liquidity. These are parts. This is part and parcel to the ebbs and flows that go on when you're trying to hang on to targets, right? You should be getting some energy here now coming into the bottom of the hour. And you're looking to get down to 03. That's your target. And let's get back into the teens. There's 19, 18. Let's finish this move up. Let's finish up this move to the downside. Let's finish it out here. Finish it out to the downside. 18, 17. We got to get through 15, 14, 14, 13. There's 17, 16. Break that 15, and then let's break through 13. You've got liquidity at 10 underneath you here. Okay, there's 15, 14. Break that 13. There's 14, 13. Break it. There's 8. There's 9, 8. Come on. 10. Bring the trail stop here to, you've got volume down there. There's 7, 6, 5. Come on, 4, 3. There's 6, 5. All right, let's go ahead and flatten it out right here. All right, so you can see how right there at the end of the video, or at the end of that trade rather, we came down to 04, we rallied up a little bit, and that's where I was looking to try to take that trade out before it got too far. 4 is close enough to the target at 3. Didn't want to risk giving back a whole bunch of ticks for one additional tick of target. That ultimately hit, but again, you understand, we don't want to give back too much on a pullback away from the target. So that was really close. It was a very nice day. We were very patient in the way that we waited for our trades, as we are on most days. We took one trade. We had a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, and that goes a long way to helping you become a consistent trader if you can take those big targets with those smaller stops. So again, that's part of this overall training program that we're going to do. We're going to teach you how to use your decision points, market maker levels like this, so that you can hit those bigger targets, cut those losers short and let those winners run so that you can maximize the profits. And that's exactly what you saw here on this video. So again, just a reminder, we're going to be conducting this training class on December 21st, and we hope to see you in there soon. So again, as always, we want to say thank you for watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. And until next time, we want to wish you good luck and good trading.